Hello and welcome to this video where we're joined by
Ben
and Jack, lovely. Jack and Ben have been Cricfit athletes for 3 years.
4 years.
Cool. So hopefully they know what they're doing. What we're going to do today is follow them along for a session that they're going to build for themselves. It's a one-off session that they're doing in half term, so we're giving them the keys and we're going to talk through why we're doing what we're doing and how we're going to go about it and follow them along for the journey. Anything to add, Ben?
Nothing.
Anything to add, Jack?
Not particularly.
Not particularly. Cool, let's go. Right. So, talk to me about how we structure our sessions. So what do we have at the start? Warm up. And what do we aim to achieve in our warm up? Okay, nice. What do we aim to achieve? If I said ramp to you, do you know what that stands for?
Raise temperature.
Raise, not temperature. Heart rate, yeah. A. Activate, bingo. And what do we want to activate?
Muscles.
Key muscle groups, perfect. M, especially you? Mobility. So we want to mobilize key joints. Which joints do we look to mobilize around normally? Hips especially. Shoulders, bingo. P,
Power.
kind of, it's close to power. It's a very complicated word.
Plyometric.
Close to plyometric. Same, plyometrics do it. I don't know if you'll know it. Potentiation, bingo. So potentiate basically means we're going to switch on our nervous system, okay? So when we do, in our warm-up, raise our heart rate, we do anyway. Our mobility stuff is then activating and mobilizing. And then the end of our warm-up, we do our potentiation stuff. What do we then also look to do? So we kind of have, what's our next section that we have? Skills. And what different skills or movement skills do we then kind of go through before our strength training? So our single leg tennis is, yeah, and what else are we trying to work on other than playing tennis? Balance, cool. So working on balance and stability. What drills do we sometimes squeeze in here, but sometimes we have more of a focus on sprint technique? What other skills do we work on? That's normally it, but we kind of build that all into here, okay? Now, our strength sessions. Talk to me, how do we build a strength session? And think about the strength sessions that we do.
Power.
Cool, so we have a big focus on power. And how do we focus on power?
Explosive, deadlift.
Yeah. What reps are we normally doing when we're doing power stuff?
Isn't it a high reps, low weight?
Other way around.
3 to 4 times.
3 to 4, yeah. So we're doing, well, normally we do around 3 to 5, 3 to 6. But we're focused on doing stuff. If we're doing, say, trap bar deadlift, how are we doing it? Explosively and quickly, yeah? Which is a high RFD. What's that?
Rate of force development.
Bingo, rate of force development. Cool. Then within our strength sessions, what else do we do? And think about what body parts we're looking on. Do we focus on what end of our body?
Legs.
Yeah? How could we class our legs? What's a very broad term? If we split the body into two, what have we got? Split ourselves at the hip. This half is our upper body and lower body. So we've got lower body and upper body. And in our sessions, do we ever just focus on one? No, cool. So what we need to now build is we need to work out how we're going to do this and this in one session. Now, let's look at our upper body first. What different kind of exercises do we have?
Compounds of bench type things.
Cool. And if you were to say what kind of exercise a bench press is, what are you doing? You're pushing. Cool. And then what's the opposite?
Pulling.
Pulling. Bingo. Nice, Kanos. So we've got push and pull exercises. If we then wanted to separate push and pull into two more groups, so think about your pulling exercises. How do we do them differently? So how is a reverse pull different to a pull-up? Planes of movement. So how we then class that is that would be, what are we doing? Something pull, vertical pull. And then if we're going away from our body and into our body, start with H. Horizontal, bingo. Good, we're not keeping count here, Kanos. Pushing, what would it be? Same again, nice. Didn't fall for the trick question. So we've got vertical push, horizontal push. Now, which of these exercises, well, first of all, what side of your body does pulling work? Back. And pushing? Front. What side would you say we tend to prioritize, or if you were to give a ratio of push to pull exercises, what do you reckon we work towards? Do we do more pushing or more pulling? You say more pull? 1-0 to Kanos. So we do more pull. So we kind of do, for every one push exercise, we try and do 2 or 3 pull. But included in a pull exercise could be like IYTWs or extra shoulder work. And why we do that is because to be able to bowl and throw overhead, we want our backside, so our posterior chain, to be stronger than the front. Cool, lower body. What different exercises have we got over here? Or different types of exercise? So we haven't got push and pull, we've got kind of other movement patterns that we look to do. No, get away from the idea of pushing and pulling, but good idea. What do we do lower body wise? What movement patterns? Hinge, cool, right, now you're on the right line. So we've got hinge, what else do we do? Squat. That's kind of a squat and kind of a hinge. What's the other big one? Single leg one? Nope. Split stance. I'm not going to give it away. What's that called? Lunge. Nice, Kanos. Get your points in where possible. So we've got hinge, squat and lunge. Then if we're to look at kind of lower body accessory work, what little muscles have we got on our lower body that we look to focus on sometimes? So we've got calf. We might sometimes do like some groin work, and then maybe some more like focused glute work. If we then look at the upper body, if we look at accessory work, what have we got? Biceps, triceps. And then that's kind of where the shoulders then link in as well. So we've then got lower body, upper body. What's the other big area which we haven't focused on yet? Core. So then our core, what different types of core exercises do we try and do? We're looking to avoid stuff in our core. So we're looking, so we look at anti-extension. What would a Pallof hold be? Yeah, but we're anti something, we're trying to resist something. Anti-rotation. And then the other one might be a little bit harder, but we're trying not to go this way. Do we know what that's called? What's it called when you bowl and you're like that? What's that position called? Something flexion. And you've got excess something flexion. Lateral flexion, yeah. So we've got anti-lateral flexion. So then we try and fit that in. Now, in one session a week, do you reckon it's possible to do all of that? Probably not. Cool. So what we're going to focus on in this session is I want you guys to build a session where you've got a lower body compound movement of your choice. You've then got either an explosive lower body movement, which you'll do with that. You can do an accessory bit if you want. Then I want you to have a ratio of 2-to-1 pull to push. I want you to have if you're going in a plane of motion, I want you to stay in that plane of motion. So if you did a horizontal push, I want you to do a horizontal pull. And then I want you to select 2 core exercises, one core exercise, 1 accessory exercise, okay? Right. First of all, and also, we're going to select our rep ranges based on what stage of the season are we in?
Pre.
Not quite pre, what's before pre? No, post is probably another way to put it, yeah? Off, bingo. Right, go on then, hang on, let me just give you your template. So I want you to go, we're going to do 4 supersets. We've got enough time. Oh, we're flying time-wise. 4 supersets. Oh, 3 comes after 2, doesn't it? Cool, build your session, go for it. I'm going to try and put this in here so you can speak into it.
How many reps? We're saying 6.
Ugh.
I might be 6.
Why are you going for 6? Somewhere in the middle.
It's a bit of volume, bit of strength.
So in our off season, we're looking to focus on strength.
Okay. 6 seems right.
6 seems right.
Bit low.
And what will you look to do if you're doing 6 reps only?
Higher weight.
Higher weight, yeah, okay. Cool, so you're going squat, lovely. What kind of squat?
Back squat.
Back squat? Any reason?
I'm more comfortable with it.
More comfortable? Cool. Happy?
Yeah, happy.
Lovely. Pairing that up with?
RDLs.
You're pairing that up with RDLs?
Accessory.
Oh yeah.
Vertical.
Box jump.
Yeah, happy with that.
Box jump, lovely.
Just put hand.
So then put that in the B. So then that's your superset.
How many reps of the box gain off?
You don't need to. 5.
Yeah.
Happy with 5, lovely. So when we're doing explosive stuff, we don't want to get fatigued.
Second one then.
Second superset,
I think the bench gain offs.
bench press, lovely. So what kind of exercise is that?
Push.
Push, in what plane? Vertical or horizontal?
Horizontal.
Bingo. 6 reps again, so it's going to be nice and heavy.
Full exercise. What are you feeling?
I'm gonna try that machine.
Trying a machine. So that is a seated row. Yeah. And is that a horizontal pull to match a horizontal press?
Yep.
Yes or no?
Yep.
Yeah, good answer. Nice.
Third one.
Third one.
Pull-ups. Maybe.
I'm fine with that.
You're going to be tired. So you're going a big horizontal pull, and then you're going a big horizontal vertical pull straight after. So it might be quite hard, but I like it.
What do you want with it, Kanos?
Is that just for failure? Yeah.
3 times failure. You're
Uh,
a horrible man.
I don't think there's that eye in there, but we'll let you off. Photoshop's a wonderful thing. We don't use Photoshop.
What do you want to pair up with then?
I don't mind. It's got to be vertical.
Or has it?
Shoulder press maybe.
What's your ratio that I asked you to stick to?
3 to 1, 2 to 1.
2 to 1 or 3 to 1? Have you currently hit that?
So
Yeah.
we got pull.
Yeah, and 1 push.
Yeah, so
So we're bang on at the minute. So do we want another push in this session really? Probably
no.
no.
Accessory
Okay.
then?
Yeah, so accessory. Biceps, lovely. What kind of bicep are you going to do? What equipment are you going to use?
Dumbbells.
Dumbbell.
Dumbbells, lovely. Bicep curl.
Do you reckon 8 curls?
Yeah.
Could go 8 or you could go to failure. So on any accessory stuff, you can kind of always go to failure, especially when you're trying to look to build muscle. Cool. 4th one.
Bit cool.
Yeah.
Bit of-
Deadlifts.
I hope you're choosing your favourite exercises because this is the only chance you're going to get to do this. So don't do stuff you don't enjoy.
Pull off.
Pal off?
Pal off.
Yeah?
I'm fine with the pal off.
Is there a variation of the pal off you enjoy more
The
than
banded one.
the banded? Yeah? I'll tell you what we're going to do today because we're in here. We'll use a cable. And I don't know if you've used a cable before.
3 times. 20 seconds.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 20 reps.
Yeah, 26.
20 seconds? Cool.
What do you want to pair that with then?
So if we're doing a pal off hold, we're focused on anti-rotation. What do we sometimes do once we've done an anti-rotation? What do we then look to do that's a similar movement, but we're not anti?
Rotation.
Yeah, and how do we focus on rotation?
Med ball type stuff.
Med ball stuff.
That's
It's
just
Russian
slog sweep.
something, isn't it? Oh yeah, that one.
What's it called? Where you just slog sweep.
Wait,
with
just
med ball?
just a med ball sweep, whatever. Make up all the names anyway.
Nice. Cricfit trademarks.
Yeah. Med ball sweep. Cool. There's our session.
I hate running boards.
Lovely. Let's get cracking.